Equal. What does it mean to be equal? What does it mean to be you don't like me equal? You hate me for a way. If you look at me and you don't like me, you hate me for a way that I look or dress or speak. Because I consider that evil. Because at the end of the day, we're all people.
Let's run away together tonight. So baby, we don't have to have a plan. We can understand. We don't have to have a plan. We can leave it all behind.
we achieve it. Can you love somebody who got views you don't agree with? Show a little love, no matter how you treat it. The ones who practice hate, they're the ones who really need it. You need a perspective change, lower your guard and try to think called empathy. Soon as a connection's made, you'll know in your heart they hate you breathe nothing but that. You don't like the way they talk, who they with, what they do, what they wearing. Is that you or did you learn it from your parents? Ain't nobody born as a racist or a homophobic. You were taught, that's a trait that you inherit. Focus on the person in the mirror. Try to face away from all you could. All die, we're all human. And from that perspective, we're all one. From that perspective, we're all one.
Love, you really got me, love. You really got me, love. You got me going, love. You got me going, love. You really got me, love. You really got me, love. My family, I am not the things my family said. I am not the voices in myself. I am not the pieces inside. Broken essence, I am light. 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 I'm not the mistakes that I have made. I'm not the mistakes that I have made. Or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. Soul inside. Oh, I am divinity defined. I am divinity defined. I am the God of the piece of it all. I am a star, piece of it all. I am light.
And I see all kinds of light when I look out here this morning. Welcome to All Souls Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Susan Caldwell. I'm the Director of Religious Education here. And we are coming down to our last 4 Sundays here in our Ellerby Road home. So we're very happy this morning to welcome one of our own. Kelli Coffey is going to be our speaker this morning. Yeah. And this is Pride Month, and this is Pride Sunday, and I think right now in our city and our parish, it's more important than ever that we observe this. Whatever your age, your race, your ethnicity, your sexual orientation, your gender identity, whatever makes up the wonderful combination that is you are welcome here if you care to worship with us. And in our tradition, we think of worship in the sense of the old English roots of the word, to lift up and honor matters of worth. And within this congregation, our matters of worth may be very different, very varied. Our answers to the big questions, or our questions themselves, can be different right here within these walls. But this gives us a wonderful opportunity to listen to each other, to learn from each other, and to work together to make the world better. And so we're united not by a single creed, but by a covenant of how we will be together in community. And speaking of being together in community, our board president is here as board person of the day to come and make some announcements. But I wanted to thank the people who were here yesterday helping to pack up. And you may notice things are a little different down the hall. I believe on the benches are items for donation. If you know of places that any of that stuff can go, including you are a perfectly worthy cause. Please take a look and see if there's anything that you would like to take with you. But I do want to thank, and I'm terrified of leaving somebody out. I've been making this list for a while now. Tina Hines, Sally Wood, Susan Bettinger, Tara Haskins, Claudia Harris, Susan Yellett, Marianne Cummings, Dominique Hastings, and then William and Elizabeth, Joy Walker, Reverend Barbara Gerald, and Kathy Osuch. Who did I leave out? I know I left out somebody. No? Maybe not? Anyway, thank you, everybody. We are packing on Saturdays from 10 to 2, and that 2 is a little flexible. We're probably going to be here a little longer. And somebody asked about July 4th. Yes, some of us will be here. We understand if you're not. We do realize it's a holiday, and you're entitled to holidays. You're worth it, as L'Oreal says. So if you don't show, we're not going to hold it against you on the 4th of July. But anyway, I wanted to invite Susan Yellett up to make a few announcements.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So our giveaway the plate is North Louisiana Interfaith, and that is a group, a broad-based coalition of folks, churches and nonprofits that get together. They're working on getting out the vote, which is very important. And disaster response, the community lighthouse. I know the Highland Center is a good example of that, because if the power goes out, they're going to have solar panels, places for people to go, internet access, all of that. So that is the giveaway the plate this month. Our volunteer of the month is none other than Tina Hines, she's at the back, the front door, the back door. She's at the door greeting our people as they come in and letting them know everybody is welcome here. She's also the kitchen domestic goddess. I think she organizes that kitchen. And then she bakes and does building and grounds. She's helping us try to find another place. Just whatever, game night. She's a whiz at dominoes, so we love our Tina. She's our volunteer of the month. Let's see. So July the 12th, we're having a special meeting, church service. It's going to be kind of like Artist Sunday, so we're going to celebrate all the good things about us that day. And I'm sure Susan will be able to tell us more about that as it evolves. There's a poster. There's a poster a cloth poster in the social hall for you to write all your thoughts about All Souls, about what you love about it. So what are we taking with us? Yes. So what we're taking with us, and that we'll take that cloth with us to our new place. And I think that's it. Can you think of anything else, Susan? I'm going to let, Barbara's going to talk. All right, if you think of anything else, just let me know. Thank you.
So Susan Y. Mentioned the 12th, which is, a lot of you are new enough here that you may not even be familiar with Artist Sunday, but every year in the summertime, we have a service that does not have a sermon. Everything in it is generally someone's original creation, although there are cover songs and things included. I know that this year some people who have other responsibilities on Sundays at other churches are making exceptions to come participate. And people that haven't been here in a while are going to come play, and our young stellar performers are going to give us a performance as well. It's going to be really good, but the purpose of that service is celebrating all of the good things that this space has been, and the idea that we are mature enough and clear-headed enough to move on. Okay? And then the week after that, there won't even be a sound system in this room. We will be here on the 19th. It will be a service of honoring this land that has served us so well, and remembering the things that have touched our lives, remembering the things that it has given us, and trying to find, we can grieve leaving the space and also find closure for walking away. They're going to be two very different services, and I think a lot of you would probably enjoy and benefit from both. So I just wanted to, we're trying to share the information about that with people in the community that haven't necessarily been active in quite a while. So if you see somebody that you know from here or know used to be connected with here, invite them and tell them what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's our minister, by the way, Reverend Barbara Jarrell, who's not really here today. She's on vacation and study leave. Vacations just looked a little different this year. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, she's got to do a call to worship first. did have something else though, but now of course I can't remember what it is. As Lady Carlson always says, this is live TV, y'all.
You want to tell them that, well, is it likely that we're going to be meeting at Highland while our...
Yes, our next meeting space, starting on the 26th of July, we will be at the Highland Center. We will be there for an undetermined amount of time while we look for a new space and possibly do whatever renovation is needed in that new space. And we will be in the conference room, which is around the back, the ramped entrance on the Topeka Street side, so you can park back there in that parking lot. And you'll come in, take the second hallway. We'll have signs. Once you get inside the building, we will help you know where you're going. But we're going to be there for a while. Yes, what? You can get into it from the first or the second hallway. That is correct. You can cut through the kitchen. Yep, that's right. Anyway, thank you. And I think now we are ready to turn it over to Kelli Coffey.
Good morning and welcome. My name is Kelly, who, if y'all don't know me, most y'all do. And I'm so honored to be standing with you today as we celebrate Pride Month. Pride is often known for its parades, its bright colors, and its celebration. But at its core, Pride is also about the quiet, fierce courage it takes to live authentically. Today, we're going to explore what happens when we tell our stories. We're going to look at the friction between who we are and where we come from, and we're going to celebrate the miraculous ways the human heart can evolve, and I'm so glad you're here for it. Do I do the chime now? Are we supposed to do the chime? Edit that out. Yeah, the children and youth, anybody want to come help do the chalice lighting? We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. Together with mind, hands, and heart, we care for the earth and for each other. Who wants to light? Thank you. All right. We light this chalice with the words of the brilliant queer writer and activist James Baldwin, who wrote, "Love takes off masks that we fear we cannot live without and know we cannot live within. May this flame be a reminder that we are safe to take off our mask here, to speak our uncomfortable truth, and to step fully into ultimate love." And would you stand with me to do the unison affirmation? Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other. Yeah, well, it's love will guide us.
The opening hymn is
And Susan's going to come up for a story about the pink triangle.
So, during the time of the Nazis in Germany, 30s, early 40s, when they began to gather people into the camps, you know that the Jewish people had to wear the yellow star, and this is even before they went into the camps. That was one of the first stages, is they wanted to identify them in public and made them wear the yellow star. People that were gay or lesbian were made to wear the pink triangle. And there was something called paragraph 175 in German law that basically made being gay illegal. And that law had been on the books for a long time, but in parts of Germany, it had really not been that enforced. There were kind of gay havens throughout the country. You've probably seen the movie Cabaret and how the Nazis are kind of encroaching all the way through that movie. Well, so the pink triangle was a way to identify these people, and then once they were in the camps, it was even harder for them a lot of times, because when you think about how attitudes often were, they were often not only persecuted by the Germans running the camps, but often also by their fellow inmates, their fellow prisoners, also were abusive to them. And so this pink triangle, over the years, has been reclaimed by the LGBTQ plus community. It's been reclaimed as a symbol of the struggle, as a symbol of strength. You may have even seen, there's a pink triangle chalice within the Unitarian Universalist Association that's often used, and I'm sorry I forgot to add a picture of that to the slides. But it's been something that's been reclaimed. It's become a symbol of what the community has come through and what it's still going through. The sign, the picture said, "Never forget." The triangle, the words on the triangle were "never forget." It was an upside down triangle, and a lot of people now have turned the triangle right side up. Not always. Sometimes they use the upside down triangle as it was to be a reminder of that. But it's an important symbol. It's an important symbol of what the LGBTQIAP plus community has been through, and I think particularly right now in our community. And a pride resolution, you could say, well, that's symbolic, you know, but symbols are powerful. You can see that in the way that they reclaim this triangle. Symbols are powerful, and when our government, in a governmental association, does something that they've done every year as a matter of course, for I don't know how many years now, but several years, and this year defeated it. There was a pride resolution, I think they do, but there was a pride resolution at the parish commission, at the Caddo Parish Commission, that was voted down by one vote. And there was an abstention, that somebody abstained and didn't vote, and that counted as a no. So this is kind of what we're dealing with. And when I think about Germany and how they said, you know, that law had been on the books, but it had been kind of relaxed, but then Hitler came in and made sure that it was absolutely enforced. And so never forget and never going back are the words we need to remember, right? Never forget, say that with me. Never forget, never going back. All right. The children and youth have all kinds of choices for activities this morning. And I also want to tell you there are finished projects in the room that if you would like to take any of them with you, please do. And otherwise, we're going to take lovely pictures and remember them in our hearts, all right? Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround everywhere, everywhere.
After the meditation, we'll have the candle lighting, and y'all are welcome to come light a candle for anything, a loved one, a prayer, a request, whatever you need. All right. I invite you to settle comfortably in your seat. If it feels right to you, let your eyes softly close or simply let your gaze rest gently on the floor. Take a deep, slow breath in and let it out. Right now, in this exact moment, there is nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to hide, and nothing you need to figure out. You are simply here, breathing alongside this community. I invite you to imagine a warm, steady light resting right in the center of your chest. This is the light of ultimate love. It is a love that asks nothing of you other than to just be. With every breath in, imagine that warmth expanding just a little bit. Let it soften your shoulders. Let it unclench your jaw. Let it remind you that you are inherently worthy of love, dignity, and belonging exactly as you are today. As we sit together, let us send a silent wave of that same warm, uncomplicated love out into the world, to anyone who might need to feel it today. Let's rest in the quiet of the shared space for just a few moments.
I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. Under my leadership, this madness will end.
No, your mom don't know your mom, and your dad don't get it, don't get it, Uncle John don't get it. And you can't tell grandma cause her heart can't take it and she might not make it. They say don't dare, don't even go there, cutting off your long hair, you do as you do. Till you wake up, go put on your makeup, this is just a phase you're gonna outgrow. There's something wrong in the village. Feel the rumors follow you from Monday all the way to Feel the rumors follow you from Monday all the way to Friday. Shelter, then it's Sunday, hell to pay. You got one day of shelter, then it's Sunday, hell to pay. You young sitting in that same chair, whispering. Well, I've been there, sitting in that same chair, whispering that same So lie though, burying disciples. One page of the Bible isn't worth a lot. There's something wrong in the village, in the village, in the village. Oh, they stare in the village, in the village. Oh, there's nothing wrong. It's true, the village, true, the village. Something wrong with the village, the village. Something wrong. There's something wrong in the village. There's something wrong in the village. In the village. Oh, they stare in the village. In the village. Oh, it's true. It's true. Something's true. The village. It's true. Something wrong with the village. With the village. Something wrong with the village.
All right. As Unitarian Universalists, we often talk about faith as our living tradition. We affirm that revelation is not sealed, that truth is continuous, and that our understanding of love must constantly expand. Our first principle calls us to affirm the inherent worth and dignity of every person. That sounds beautiful on a Sunday morning and looks lovely printed in a bulletin. But living that principle, embodying it when the world around you demands conformity, that is a fierce, grueling, and often uncomfortable task. Because before we can arrive at ultimate love, we usually have to confront some incredibly uncomfortable truths. Many of us in the LGBTQ+ community know that coming out is rarely a single event. It is a series of doorsteps we choose to cross over and over again. When I crossed that doorstep at 16 years old, I was carrying the heavy weight of a Southern Baptist upbringing, a theological world where love felt strictly conditional. When I came out to my mom, I was 16. We were riding in her car, and I just met my sister for the first time. She was about 2 years older than me, and I never even knew she existed. But I met her, and I told my mom, I was like, she told me she was gay, you know? And my mom said, well, let me guess, you told her you were gay too. And we had never really talked about it, but, you know, it was obvious. And I was like, yes, yeah, I did. And then she looked at me and she was like, I'd rather you be a whore than a lesbian. And I was grounded for a while, for a very long time. In that moment, my world shrank. I was trapped between the truth of my soul and the dogma of my family. For a 16-year-old, it felt like the absolute end of safety. I know what it's like to look into the eyes of someone who is supposed to protect you and only see fear and rejection. I tell this story not to just look backward, but because that 16-year-old's reality is still the reality of thousands of children today. We look at the news in 2026 and we see an onslaught of political rhetoric and legislation aimed directly at the LGBTQ+ community. We see bans on healthcare, the silencing of teachers, and the weaponization of faith to justify exclusion. That same rigid mindset that grounded me at 16 is currently trying to ground an entire generation of queer and trans youth, telling them they are wrong, that they are dangerous, and that they do not belong. The political landscape tells us that progress is not a straight line. The world is full of people who are terrified of what they do not understand, and that fear often morphs into cruelty. But as UUs, we refuse to let fear have the final word. We know that the antidote to weaponized dogma isn't just tolerance, it is a radical, protective, loud kind of love. Because the beautiful, messy truth about human beings is that we are not fixed points, we are capable of evolution. My story did not end in that car at 16. It took time, patience, and the slow, sometimes painful dismantling of old beliefs. But love has a way of wearing down the sharpest edges. Today, my mom doesn't just tolerate my life, she's a vital part of it. She loves my wife. The rigid walls of that Southern Baptist worldview eventually cracked open to make room for reality, for joy, and for her daughter. Recently, as I was preparing for the service, I found myself wrestling with how to tell this story. When I took my mom out to eat for Mother's Day, I was telling her about it, and I said, I just don't want you to be painted in this terrible light, you know? So I was debating on whether telling my story or not. And here's where the ultimate love comes in. My mom looked at me and told me to share it anyway. She said she didn't mind because she has grown and she has changed. In that one sentence, my mom gave me and all of us a profound theological gift. She embodied the very essence of our living tradition. She acknowledged her past without being trapped by it. She proved that human hearts are elastic. If a Southern Baptist mother can journey from I'd rather you be a whore to I love your wife, then change is possible for anyone. That is the essence of pride. It is a celebration of survival, yes, but it is also a testament to the miraculous way love can transform a human heart. May we hold the uncomfortable truths of our world with courage, and may we never stop fighting for, believing in, and practicing ultimate love. Thank you. We're going to sing Love Will Bring a Brute Down. I think we should stand up to sing this song because it just feels like.
I have dropped it a step so that it's easier for the high voices to join in, and we have the right words today.
That are kind about the very ones that drive you out of your mind. Round that flailing wire, shooting sparks in the air to light your heart and guarantee the spark will stay there. Love will bring a brute down. Love will drown out a tyrant. Compassion and connection build a power that can rival the sun. Love will drown out a tide. Compassion and connection build a power that can rival the sun. Love will bring a root down. Gotta keep an open eye. If they can't keep us fearing one another, they can be undone. No one's talking magic, every scientist knows your power gets directed where your energy goes. It isn't wasted effort to untangle inside. Flip the flow around and let your little light shine. Love will bring a brute down. Love will drown out a tide. Passion and connection build a power that can rival the sun. Love will bring a brute down. Gotta keep an open eye. If they can't keep us fearing one another, they can be undone. If they can't keep us fighting one another, they can be undone. If they can't keep us hating one another, they can be undone.
I love that song. As our time together comes to a close, we extinguish this physical flame, but we do not extinguish the light it represents. Take that light out into the world that so desperately needs it. Go out and be brave enough to speak your uncomfortable truths. Be gracious enough to allow others the space to change their minds and soften their hearts. And above all, be fierce enough to practice a radical, protective, and ultimate love for yourselves, for our community, and for the world. The chalice is extinguished, but our shared ministry begins again. Go in peace, go in pride, and go in love.
I will not be afraid, for I know my hope is justified. I know revelation still unfolds. I will be ashamed. I will open my soul to the mystery beyond my control. The love that makes us broken.